What should I tell?
And you'll say
You should tell him whatever time. So
6:37.
What time do you guys plan on leaving?
I'm leaving like after you guys all leave. So.
I'm never leaving.
I'm never leaving.
Alright, I'm cool with this.
Alright, so we're never leaving. We're just gonna live here now. I'm down. This is a nice house.
I want to move to Romania.
Alright, so this is episode 3 of the Skill Issue podcast. I'm redoing that shit. Okay, cut that part out. So this is episode 3 of the Skill Issue podcast. I am Devin, your host.
I'm George, the guy.
I'm James.
I'm James.
That's
God damn it,
I'm
Justin.
Justin.
Alright.
/ James.
So this episode's a bit different. We're not recording over Skype. Together, we're all in one room.
Oh,
I'm in a
yeah.
sketch right now.
And I'm also kind of new to the podcast.
Yeah, that's George. He does things from time to time.
Yep.
He hasn't been in a video yet, but he's been recorded in a video, which will be futurely uploaded. I think it's like Shillelagh or something.
Oh,
We
sweet.
stabbed
He's a
George.
little retarded.
Yeah,
I have a crossbow to your face. I'd be careful what you say.
He actually does have a crossbow to your face right
Not
now.
anymore.
No, he took the crossbow. No.
A wooden crossbow I built.
Yeah, dude, Devin, building all the great stuff.
I advise you not breaking that.
James, let go.
I'm gonna snap it like a twig.
Oh, then you'll make Devin mad. You don't want to make Devin mad. Oh god, he's taking his shirt off.
coming off!
Oh god. Oh god. It's all pasty. It's all pasty.
I'll murder all of you! Shit!
Yeah, I made a dick in a Rubik's Cube.
Justin here with the hard-hitting news.
He did make it in a Rubik's Cube.
Also
What are you looking
in
for?
the news.
For one of my,
Justin.
Bro, just take the front over there.
I don't want to murder that shit. Alright, whatever. So,
Oh
oh
man, I can
man.
tell these things are horribly ad-lib and, no fun in them at all.
What do you mean?
Shut up, George.
What do you mean? I'm not going on topicgenerator.com right now.
Cough, cough.
I'm not though.
I'm already on topic generator actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, right now.
You're doing a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I made another dick.
I'm pretty
like
sure
that, doing a
being
Rubik's
picked up.
Cube.
It's being picked up by the mic too. I'm pretty sure. I think I see little like sound waves that are going, kick. I think I see it.
Click.
Wait,
Yeah, next to a
everyone,
microphone.
no one talk. Ready?
Yeah, there's
Deal with it.
there's little bumps.
That's pretty great. Dude,
I made a reverse
the Rubik's
dick.
Cube, man.
It's reverse dick now.
It's practically solved.
It's like an inverted dick.
Oh god. Except
Wow.
it's all multicolored.
Yeah.
It's a multicolored dick. He
George,
need
are
to see
you
a doctor
racist?
for that.
Are you against multicolored dicks?
I'm just saying he might need to see a doctor for that, because that's like red and yellow, and
Cool.
it's not the colors a dick should be.
Thank you for dropping my library card.
You don't need that anyway.
Yeah, when do you ever go to the library?
Never.
Exactly.
Libraries are for nerds.
Ooh.
Didn't you go to the library every day?
Says,
At one point-
Oh my god, he did.
Loser.
There's a difference between nerd and loser.
What's the difference?
Well, that failed.
Yeah, it did. You've got to get better at aiming a crossbow.
See, so I tried to hit like a mask that Devin has in his closet that's scary and creepy. So I tried to take it out, doing the...
Are you talking about Darth Vader?
Yeah, Darth Vader. Scary and creepy. And I missed.
That's
I had an arrow. It
Yo,
missed.
you're gonna die.
I'm down. No! He's trying to kill me.
Is he down to fuck?
Oh, I'm always down to fuck. I know what you're talking about.
Oh. Hey, yeah, watch your profanity, dude.
My profanity? Dude, like, my family is so pro.
This is a Christian household.
Says the guy who has a membership at a JCA.
Shush. People don't know that.
Well, now you do.
George is a feminist.
This is my
George is
100%.
Defend
Totally.
yourself. Okay, he's a feminist.
Yep.
As Justin holds the bow staff.
How is it even a... Yeah, it's a stab. It's a bow staff.
Stop.
Yeah.
This is my walk.
I got it when I was like 10. I would have been able to beat your ass up with that stick.
Dude,
I
okay.
just grab the stick and snap it like
I just take jujitsu,
punching
and
him.
all
I
of
was
it
like,
is gone.
knock him
Like,
in
I don't
the
remember
face.
any of it.
I got these. The ultimate weapon.
No, Chaku!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Is that all you know how to do? Oh, he's got a new move.
Then you got like the figure eight.
I'm gonna sharpen this. I'm gonna sharpen this and just gut you with it. Like
No, you don't even need to gut someone. It's a bow staff. You literally beat them until they die.
Yeah, I don't need to do that. I just sharpen.
Have you never seen a Bruce Lee movie?
Bro, Bruce Lee's the best.
Have you never seen a
People on the
Jackie Chan
podcast don't
movie?
even know what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
Sound
poor
like a
people,
bitch
poor
about this
listeners, they're
next
just like,
kind of-
Yeah, well,
Wow.
this isn't a professional podcast. This is 16-year-olds in one room.
Yeah, so,
What do
I mean, you knew what you were getting into, people.
Anyway,
Don't click on this video. It's awful.
yeah, this video is.
Downvote this video, please. It's
This
bad.
isn't Reddit. You
No.
can't downvote.
You know,
Downvoting your
write to your governor and have them remove this video from the internet.
Do we even have a governor? We live in Florida.
We have Skeletor.
Yeah, we have a governor.
Yeah.
I don't remember
The
this
bald
thing.
guy, the one that.
Yeah, Rick Scott. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're Skeletor.
Of course, a
Yeah.
governor.
Hey, we're not supposed to be talking politics in our podcast.
Yeah, we're not supposed to, but like we're just mentioning a name, so it's
Wait,
fine.
why are we not supposed to talk politics?
Politics is one of those things where it's meh, and like because the issue is that you can't have an intelligent debate because when it boils comes down to the fact, it's just opinion.
I'm better
True.
than you. I'm better than you. Not
True.
wrong.
I'll give you that.
2016, fight me, George.
Alright,
Yeah.
I got crossbow to your face. I can do that fighting.
Oh
As you can see here, the liberal in his natural habitat. Instead of having a healthful debate, he wants to shoot me in the eyeball with a crossbow. That has an eraser.
Politics
I
alert.
said no politics.
Politics alert.
Yeah, we got, alright.
Politics alert.
You see, George, you messed up, kid. You messed up.
Anyway.
Alright, so the conversation etiquette is all gone now.
So Justin, explain our game, the Tetris Worlds, to the audience. Why don't you do that?
And me, I don't know what it is either.
Yeah, James doesn't know either, so
Nice. This
Is it like Pokemon?
It's this
it's essentially Pokemon.
game-defining, new generation age Tetris world, right? It's made by I don't know who was it made by?
It was published by THQ.
It was published by THQ for the PS2 in like 2001 or something.
It was also published for the Xbox.
And this wonderful 10 out of 10 game starts out with this like block monster who like appears from the ocean on an island or something. He's like evolving
Already
like or
sounds
something
great.
like that. And he gets out of the water and he sees this gigantic screen.
And this is like
And these
2001
Tetris blocks
graphics,
are
by the way.
just- Yeah, it's terrible graphics. Like this thing is like phasing to the ground and stuff. And the Tetris blocks start falling, but this guy, he's really bad at Tetris. Like this little block monster, he's just looking at it. He only has one eye. He's just looking at it. And all the blocks are just falling on top of each other. They're not even going like in where they need to go.
He's
And then-
literally just putting the drop down button. He's just smashing that.
And then after he got, I guess he got spooked or something. He was like, oh no, the blocks are filling up. So he jumps back into the water and then it zooms out and all you see is the earth.
And
then we skipped it.
Then the entire no. Remember, they went out to the entire universe, and then this
Oh.
narrator came in talking about like the 50 million races
Yeah.
across the world or something.
Yeah, it was like some story for Tetris, and then
Who makes a story for Tetris?
that was the end of it. We skipped it. We got really bored.
It's falling blocks, man.
That's all it is.
They are making a Tetris movie.
Oh my god.
How do you make a movie about Tetris?
You had the one-eyed black monster that can't
Well,
play
someone made a
Tetris.
video game about Tetris that had a story.
How?
A story that we didn't follow because
Yeah.
it's terrible. But
You know what's funny? All the character names too, because you can actually choose different characters, which are all different block monsters. And they all have like these over-the-top Japanese names. Like you have Nino Kuni Kimi.
yeah, it was.
But it's not just two syllables. It's like 4 or 5, and it's a combination of I's, M's, and K's.
So, fun times all around.
Yup.
Alright, let's hit Darth Vader now.
It's all right.
You
Let's
missed Darth
see.
Vader, you're
Will
dead.
George make the shot
He
with
didn't
the
destroy all
It's
the
a
crossbow?
good, like, 10 feet, so...
He's gonna destroy all the glass chests.
And he missed.
Get him
Hey,
alive.
I've got the, like, lateral, I just need to get the vertical now.
This kid needs to get good. That's all
What do you think I'm
saying.
trying to do? You get good by practice. Oh, and James is gonna hit me with a baseball now. Quick, if you hear blood-curdling screams, it's James killing me. Ah!
Absolutely barbaric.
Give this man an Oscar.
Acting beyond the
Tell my
range of
father,
his-
I always hated his stew.
How are you talking about?
his stew.
I like this.
I hate my dad's stew.
I like my dad's stew.
Except my dad doesn't make stew, so
I don't
that
have
makes no
a dad.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin, why didn't you tell us sooner? We would have made
Yeah,
more
Justin,
black
we might have actually felt bad for you.
If you hit those glass chess pieces, you're dead.
We'll try not to.
Time the glass chess piece.
Hey, I hit Darth Vader!
It actually went under Darth Vader. You have to read
No, it hit the helmet that's on
I
his
wasn't
chair.
actually paying attention because I thought he would miss.
Nope. Hey, alright, so.
Justin, you're the final
victory
person.
me.
Justin, you have to have the final vote. Did
I
George
hit
make it
or
or
did
not?
I miss? Were you watching?
I think you missed.
I think I was high the whole time.
Wow.
But, so, we know Justin's a meth head now. Fun time.
Method.
He's a weed
Well,
head.
high, you know.
Hey, you should throw me a pillow.
I mean, there's a lot of fellows.
That's catch.
That's all I need.
Oh.
No.
No, the arrow fell out.
He threw me a Pokemon pillow and he told the guy to catch him. He threw
I
it
gotta
hard,
catch
man.
'em all.
He threw it hard. And now George is aiming the crossbow at my face.
Well, that's why you have a pillow to protect you, right? That's why you asked for one?
No, it's because I'm laying on the solid wood ground.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
It is, though. Thank you for whispering those words. I can see the audio waveforms for that.
I'm testing with the pop filter, don't worry.
I'm pretty sure,
Filter. Pop!
You're
Yeah.
killing all of our audience. Please stop.
you see, here's the thing, though. It's like,
You're fired from the podcast.
James
Down.
has taken executive
I think
decisions.
you're fired.
I think you're fine.
Anyway, so...
You've been a great employee and all, but, I think you're fine.
Guys. No.
That's not talking about politics, that's talking about the TV show.
Hey, you're the one who brought it up, though.
Actually, Justin did.
I just said, hey, guys.
Look
And
at my,
then-
look at
and
my
then Justin said
African
you're fired.
American
Don't
over
talk.
Too political. You're dead.
Too political, guys.
I don't want to die.
I don't wanna die. Crap, I forgot the word.
Sometimes wish I'd never been.
Yeah, sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
Can we lynch George?
Carry on.
Can we lynch Kevin?
I don't want to be lynched.
Why is your
Nothing
second toe bigger than your
really
first toe? That creeps me out.
Yeah, look at my toes. I got my second toe is longer than my first one.
Is mine? I can't
Yeah.
tell. I can't tell.
All of us have
That
like,
creeps me
all
out.
of us have like fucked up toes, man.
It's called a fun time, guys.
George, we win.
You can do really fun stuff with longer
Our
second toes.
second toe is longer.
Plus it's
than-
like skinnier, and so you can like move it around more.
You're right.
It's fun times.
I like my regular looking foot.
No one likes your regularly looking foot.
But it's a regular foot, unlike your
Oh,
foot.
dude, you got a nice frisbee.
Thanks,
Go outside
man.
and play frisbee.
Screw the podcast. We're gonna play some frisbee.
Frisbee, that requires going outside.
Well, this podcast has gone absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
This is the best podcast. Oh, shoot an arrow through a frisbee.
Oh my god.
How
Well,
about
I'm
we
gonna
talk
hit.
about,
I'm gonna break his wall. Like.
I think you're fine.
how about we talk about the CS:GO scandal, the gambling scandal?
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, the gambling scandal. Oh my god!
Well, that's curved.
Well, here's the thing. Because it's the internet, you can only really take one side.
I don't know what.
What was the-
Okay, so
I don't
pretty
know
much
what
what happened
scandal
was there's a website, I think it's CS:GO Lotto, I think, and there's two YouTubers that you might have heard of, T Martin and Pro Syndicate.
For Pro Syndicate, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they do a ton of videos where they, I guess what the basis of that website is you're supposed to put the money in, and then like it
And then you lose it all.
pretty much like picks like at random who wins it.
Oh, is that the one where you
And
like?
they
okay.
would. It was just a generic CS:GO gambling site. I don't really know what it was. I forget what
All
it
right,
was. I think
like
it was
Sean
CS:GO
and
Lotto.
all that CS:GO gambling.
Well, yeah. But and then what happened was CS:GO. Pro Syndicate and T Martin. They did a ton of videos where they would like gamble on it, right? And it turns out that someone discovered that they actually own the website, but they never told anybody.
Oh.
So people think that they've like cheated or something because I guess they win a lot in their videos. People think that they've cheated or they're using their viewers to get money because apparently those websites make about like $1 million every month or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's like a statistic I saw. It said it makes like that. Or it can make that much or something like that. I don't know. These people are making a ton. They think that they're making a ton of money and they're like rigging it so they'll win or whatever. But nobody knows if that's true. But anyways. And then it arises the whole thing of like the morality of gambling, like, and plus that, and people think Valve is like H3H3 Productions made a video about it. It was talking about how like Valve supports this gambling.
Well,
because
Valve doesn't have any affiliation with
they
it,
think
but-
that they support the game because they're not trying to stop it. Because they're not trying to stop like the gambling because gambling is illegal for anybody under 18. But in CS:GO, there's also like he said that like opening cases were a form of gambling too. And that anyone can do that. You can be
Yeah,
like
you
a
can't
12, you can be like a
lose.
12-year-old and just take your mom's. Yeah, you can definitely.
I mean,
you put
you
$2.50
lose money,
in
but
and get
you
3
don't.
cents
You
in
don't
out.
like. ever bottom out, you can get really crappy skins, but you're still getting something.
You're getting something, but I mean, it's not worth what you're getting.
But here's the thing.
It's not worth
But
the
anyway,
key.
But here's the thing. Those values are community generated.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's not the point. So,
So
anyways,
you,
they're saying,
an item that a person really likes, it might be worth that money to them.
So
It
anyways,
might be worth.
T-Mart and Pro Syndicate, they're like apologizing and stuff, and T-Mart made a video called like "I'm sorry" or whatever, saying that whatever. I didn't really watch it, but
Be careful with those.
there's that, and then now they're gonna make a lawsuit against. And if you they said if you've ever lost money on any CS:GO gambling site, to email some email and you can join in on the lawsuit, and you can help sue Pro Syndicate and T-Mart.
I just get the feeling like if you ever lost money, go to this website now so you can lose money to us. I just get that feeling.
It was the same thing with the Red Bull scandal, like a little while ago, where this guy got mad and said that Red Bull didn't give me wings, so he sued Red Bull for it, and then because it was like lying or like false advertising or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
So if you order like any Red Bull product in the past 10 years, you can get like $10 in Red Bull products back or something like that. It was the same thing with that. Or pretty much, I don't know. I guess people are angry now. Like CS:GO gambling's been big for a little while, and now that like people just I guess have a reason now to get mad at because people lose a ton of money on those websites sometimes. Like you can gain money, but you can also like put like a knife in. It's like worth $60-$70 and lose it. Like Sean.
Yeah.
So. But
Sean who? We'll never know because
Sean Penn.
Sean disappeared in the video.
Simon Pegg. That's who.
Penn and Teller. They're pretty great. You know they have a video game? Like a really old video game. You guys know who Penn and Teller is?
Yeah,
Like,
the
what
magicians.
video game do they
Okay, yeah, Penn and Teller. So, for you, Justin, there are these really famous...
Also, they do the show Bullshit. I like that.
Yeah, they actually have a TV show. I don't know if it's still running or not. It was like... Oh, I don't even remember the name of it now. See how prepared we are, people? But...
Whatever. I feel like you like...
No.
I feel like you kind of denounce your own statement when you say that. You just have to keep on going. Just be like, explain what it's about.
Yeah, so it's this TV show where they invite other magicians to come on and do tricks, and if Penn and Teller can figure out how they did that trick, or rather, if they cannot figure it out,
hang their life.
then they get a free show in Vegas. They get to go to Vegas and do a whole show.
Yeah.
And it's fairly popular for a bit. But Penn and Teller made this video game of these horrible mini games to play. In fact, one of them is like fun mini games for your friends. I'm doing air quotes there. It was really horrible. Like this one mini game was called Desert Bus Drive.
Oh my god, I know what game that is. That's the game. Should I explain?
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. It's a game where you literally do nothing but sit in a bus and it goes on. I don't know how long, but I think it's like
8 hours.
Yep.
It's 8 hours.
Isn't it like the scenery is changing, but nothing else?
Trick you.
So there's no people on the bus, and you have to get all the way from so it's an 8-hour drive to Vegas, and you can't just sit there and let it go forward while you go off somewhere else because the bus pulls slightly to the right. So you have to keep pulling it over, and if you get too far off the road, a tow truck comes and tows you back to the start in real time. So if you made it like 4 hours to Vegas, well, it's going to take the tow truck 4 hours to get back to the beginning, so that way you can try and go again.
And what happens when you complete the...
When you finally get to Vegas, you get one measly point and the option to go back to the beginning in real time, driving all the way back to the start. It's the best minigame ever.
And do you know if
I have a fun game too called Watching Paint Dry.
Now it comes in 4 hours, and you can earn more points through that way.
Tell me why they made that game.
Why would you ride in a bus for 8 hours real time in a video game? And what are the terrible mini games?
You don't ride in the bus,
It's
you
like
drive
playing
the bus.
GTA 5 that you have to follow the road laws, so it takes you years to get across the map.
No.
Like you have to stop at red lights. You have to stay in your lane of.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna start at the bottom of the map and we're gonna follow the road laws.
What about areas that you don't know, like the speed limit? Then how do you do that?
Yeah.
You just have to guess the speed limit.
And if you get it wrong?
What if it's a
And
desert?
You have to pop yourself one in the head.
What if I'm
You have to
what if
do
I'm
it.
on a train tracks?
Yeah.
Is there a speed limit then?
Well, I'm sure
Well,
in real life you probably won't be driving on.
Yeah,
tracks,
if you're following the road laws, your car isn't going to go on train tracks unless you're going across them.
Technically, it is a 4-way intersection.
Yeah, but only 2 ways that are available for the cars to go.
But why not?
You and your technicalities.
But what if you
Above a
just
bridge.
decided that you wanted to take a right turn?
Then you get run over by a train. And
Oh, what if there is no train?
Then
There are
cops
trains
pull
in
you over for endangering the lives of people on the train or possible train, and
We
your
have
own.
someone plays the cop and falls behind. If anyone breaks the road rule, they have to get run off the road.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to get pulled over. And then you get shot in the back 3 times.
Get over it.
He didn't do nothing.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't do nothing wrong.
Hands up, don't shoot.
It's like the cop pulls you over and you like unbutton your shirt. And you're like a guy.
Did I ever see that really, like, I forget, it was one of those generic cop shows back in, like, 2008, back when Justin Bieber was still young.
Cops and cops.
And, like, Justin
They're
Bieber was
cops.
a guest
Who
star.
are
Whenever I
cops.
was young and everyone called, like, Justin Bieber's gay, you remember that, like, back in 5th grade, everyone just hated Justin Bieber, except for the girls. And it was always fun to make fun of him.
Wait, isn't that still going on today though?
Not really. Apparently, a ton of people respect him now. Apparently, like, he fixed his act and he actually makes good music or something. I don't know. I haven't checked it
I
out.
haven't heard
already
any of
on
this.
the
But
Yeah,
people I know now are like saying that
Some of the songs are catchy.
in the new age terms he's killing it, which I guess means that he's doing
What the
doing bomb
hell
now.
was that, Jeff?
Anyways,
He's
that those are exact words I've heard from people I know.
Killing.
Okay,
Anyways,
you
and
trust
it
their
was back
opinion.
whenever he was like 14 or something, and he was on one of those generic cop shows, and he was like a troubled teen or something. And at the very end, and the internet loved it or something because everyone hated him for because he was a young kid who was making money. I guess that's why. And looking back on it, that's like the only reason why. Like he's gay, but anyway, that's besides the point. And at the very end, he's inside the truck. He had a gun, right? He found a pistol, and he pointed it at the truck driver's head and said, "Drive" or something. So these cops had a roadblock, and they were sitting at the end of the road, and they stopped, and they like get out of the car, and he's like, "All right." So he has his hand behind like his head, and he gets out, and then he looks at the truck driver, and they all have the guns pointed at him, like, "Stay there, we're gonna come arrest you," or something like that. I don't forget exactly what. And they're like, "Don't move." So then he's like, "Get down," and like the Justin Bieber says, like, "Get down." To the truck driver grabs a pistol and starts popping off shots. I think he hit one. But then he got mowed into like just like one of those like scenes where you're like getting like blasted, like your arms are like shaking on the side.
That's right.
And Justin Bieber was getting shot. He got like shot like 8 times in the chest, just falling back. And then he falls back, and then the truck driver's like, "Oh, I didn't do it." And then they that's it. And then the internet loved the clip because it was Justin
They
Bieber
couldn't
getting
get
shot. It was someone they didn't like getting shot 8 times or something in the chest. But
Absolutely sad.
I forgot why I brought that up.
Yeah, why
like,
did we get on that?
What happened? Why
Oh, yeah.
Jeff
cops
is just
pulling
on the
people
ground
over.
sleeping
Oh,
now.
cops pulling people over, yeah.
Yeah, we're sorry, our viewers.
Cops shooting people, that's what it was.
Like,
You
we're
didn't do
so...
I'm sure if anyone watches this, they probably remember it. You guys are just...
If anyone's watching this, they must be as bored as Devin, because he's literally sleeping on the floor right now.
I'm not bored. I'm just tired, man.
Lynch him.
All right. I've been working on the game a ton. Like I don't think you
What
understand
game?
the game that we're working on.
We're working on a
really?
game?
We're working... Yeah.
I thought you forgot about that.
No, I sent a picture of me working on it.
Oh,
Remember
we're
the
working
one where you
on-
had like
hell
the
yeah,
cool
dude.
pixel art that you did a while ago?
Have we?
Yeah,
Have we even
that was
told
some-
George or James yet?
I haven't told George or James yet.
Should we tell it to the podcast?
Yeah.
I
Hey.
showed George actually some art I did of you
Should we,
threw down a picture.
should we tell him on the
Yeah,
podcast?
I like...
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so we were thinking, or Devin was thinking one day, or not one day, a few days ago, that Undertale, really successful game.
course.
It's basically like, it's not basically, it's inspired, but it's like a port of Earthbound from, the old Nintendo consoles.
Right.
And now Stardew Valley is a huge game, and it's basically just support for Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
So Devin goes, we need to port an old game so we can make a ton of cash on it. So we were
Gotta make
thinking,
bank.
and he didn't pick a game, he actually picked a book, Fahrenheit 451.
I never read it.
Because
But anyways, it's about that, but
I would like to just say the reason why.
Go on.
It's because a lot of things you look back at it and you think, oh yeah, that was a book, and like this was inspired by a
We
book.
should make Animal Farm the video game.
Like you look at any of Telltale stuff, like all the choice things, and that comes from probably like the Goosebumps books where you flip to page 54.
no, that's not Goosebumps, that's...
Yeah, that was, Choose Your Own Adventure.
Oh, Choose Your Own Adventure. Did Goosebumps not do that?
No,
No.
Goosebumps was one straight linear.
Jeez. Oh yeah,
It was
yes.
like kids horror. Those are the bomb though.
Kids horror, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I know that a lot of the Choose Your Own Adventures, a lot of the ones I read were all horror ones, where it's like you fall in a trapdoor, spikes, your head goes sloshing in
Anyways,
blood.
so the game is, we decided to make it like a Telltale game where your choices matter, but we're gonna have a ton more choices, and there's, I guess, gonna be like a ton of different stuff. Basically, what it is, it's like it's a choose your own adventure based game in that kind of world, and what you do affects like pretty much everything, but people can like and it has RPG elements too. So you have like your party and like you can fight. But the thing is, if anybody in your party dies, they're dead.
Forever?
Yeah, so that can change the story. Like if your party like dies in battle or something, that can change how the story goes.
Okay.
So you got to keep them alive, and then there's some choices that'll obviously be like a Telltale kind of thing, where like you have to choose between people maybe. I haven't exactly
Are you guys
read the
gonna
story.
have choices in there? There is no right choice. There is no like good choice. It's just
It's
Of course
basically
there
just
is. It's gonna be
yeah,
nice.
there's gonna be that stuff. Anyways, but the game is supposed to be like really hard, and that's what we want it to be. And it's supposed to take from. We have a few ideas for like the speech too, where it takes from.
This is where RPG elements would come in, like in the way you
How long did you play Fallout 4?
like I think I just.
What about
got
any
on
of the
first
Fallouts?
Vault.
Any of the Fallouts?
Yeah, I played Fallout New Vegas.
Okay, so you know when you're talking to somebody, and if you have enough charisma, you can click on an option that if it works, it's gonna have that too. But we're also adding like there's like that, and then like a bold kind of thing.
We
Where,
want
as the game progresses, you like the more things you say can level it up. And like there's bold, like if you say more like outrageous, like not outrageous, but like more like confident things, like it lays that stat.
So you can be.
So like what can happen is if you're like talking to somebody and they have like I don't know, they're making you angry or something, and you choose the bold stat, and it's like if you keep making me angry, I'm gonna kill you, or you sound angry and your stat is high enough, it'll work and they'll back down. But if it's not, it can backfire on you, and then you have a party member, you could die, or anything could happen in the story that could change it. And it's the same thing with like the charisma, where if you have like a high enough like persuasion skill, you can persuade someone to do something for you or anything.
You can persuade people, but also you can also do some other things. Like I was thinking about some ideas. Like first of all, you can do charm, so you can charm people.
Like that, yeah.
It's the dog.
So let's say you're able to, get someone getting down and dirty with someone, And maybe you can become fearful or feared, so that way people will do your actions because they think you're scary.
So would you become feared through your choices alone, or
it's
choices and speech? So you could say certain things.
Could you also become fearful of just like run into a town and murder a bunch of people, and you could get away with it and become a reputation that way?
The story is kind of gonna be like I don't know if we're gonna make it that open. I think it's gonna be more linear.
It's gonna be way more linear, and I was actually thinking of an idea.
So it's not gonna be open world.
It's not open world. It is going to be a story that's told. Okay. And I was actually kind of interested. I was kind of tempted to make put a spin on what we've created so far. Because you know how we said if they die forever, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them, we'd say that sometimes there would be kind of like forced battles, and sometimes the character could die in it, and if so, that they're dead for the rest of the game and stuff.
Yeah, I don't
know. However, I was thinking, if we were to create a character that, in a story, that it doesn't focus on one person, but it focuses on a group. And through your actions, only one person at the end will actually live in that group, and then that's the person telling the story. But depending on your choices, depends on who's the last person alive.
So you get to choose who the narrator is, basically.
So
in the end. That's just an idea I'm throwing out stuff
far
right now.
is like a little bit of like a tutorial kind of thing. I sent it to Devin, and it pretty much starts out, and I think I remember exactly how it went. It was the main character, which I think I named like Flynn something. His first name was Flynn, I think.
Yeah.
And he was talking to he was at like a little mini mart or something down the street.
So this is taking place in like today times.
It's supposed to be like Fahrenheit 51 today kind of thing, where like
it's
describe it, Ed.
Let's describe
the way I would like to describe it is that it's a you're in a big city, all right. There's alleyways, there's tons of like tiny areas, and pretty much the idea is just like the government is watching and always is supposed to be there. It's supposed to be kind of like Big Brother.
So today.
However, wait.
Yeah.
But it isn't like an active Big Brother.
Okay.
So the way that this works is that they watch and know everything, but they don't necessarily say, "Hey, you're not allowed to do it," or like
they just keep records.
They keep records. They know, and like in Fahrenheit 451.
Ooh, could you do a thing? Because a lot of businesses do something where they like collect data and then sell your data to the highest bidder. Would there be anything like that in the game, or
you can help out if you want to? But,
yeah, we're thinking of everything right now.
So far was like you're talking to the mini mart clerk, and you just want to buy like cigarettes or something, because that's I guess I'll just make your character like yes, love cigarettes. It's a hard life, And the guy's saying, oh hey, this pack of cigarettes is like $12 or something. And you're like, wow, why is it so high now? Jesus. And the guy's like, I got a family to feed. And your choices can be like you could say like so and then question mark, or like if you want to be bold, like give me the damn cigarettes, or you're gonna regret it, or you won't have a family. I think I wrote that you won't have a family to feed or something like that.
Could you just
That's
do
like a bold way. The persuasion way was like, come on, dude, just give it to me now. I'll pay you the rest later. And the very bottom one was like, fine, whatever, and you just pay for it. But what may happen is if you give that guy the extra, like the money for that, like, this is just an idea. I don't know if I'm gonna do this, but like if you do like the fine, whatever, and you give it to him. Later in the story, that might bite you back if you need like an extra $4 or $5. I don't know yet. I don't know. It's just an idea.
Or he could have like gratitude.
Basically, like Telltale is really good at telling stories. Like I like their stories and all, but in like each chapter, there's only like 4 or 5 choices that actually affect it. Like you can say stuff make people not like you, but it's whatever. But like Kenny, you remember that.
So well, like.
But like they only have like we want to make it where it's like
impactful.
Almost every choice could impact, and that's gonna be really hard to write. But you know what? I think it's.
And we want to make it so that way every battle actually means something. It isn't just like, oh shit, I ran into another Weedle. This is... yeah.
What's the Pokemon?
I don't... What's a Pokemon? What do you want to play, Billy? I want to play Pokemon. Anyway, what I want to make it so that way, like, if a character... Like, you actually have to care for every character. If a character has low health or something, I don't know how exactly I want to do health yet. I don't know if exactly how I don't want to do it.
Yeah, do you want to do it like realism where they have to sit in bed for a couple days, or?
No. It definitely wouldn't be something like that. What it would be like, if anything, I'm tempted to make it like kind of more gun-oriented, so that way it'd be more insta-kill. So it'd be, depending on how you set up your, like how you move your characters and how you... have you ever played Final Fantasy Tactics?
No.
Alright, so I'm kind of basing off that type of attack mechanics where you move all your characters to a certain area and then all the enemies take their turn.
Okay.
But it's going a bit weird. It doesn't feel right now, and it doesn't flow well with the story, and it doesn't flow you can't flow into combat that well, and it really juts out. So I'm trying to think of a way to make it better. But I want to make it so that way every battle actually, it means
something.
It
could change the story. Like, if someone in your party dies, it's all over. And
so is every battle, deathly fight, or would there be any battles just like, okay, I can deal with this?
Obviously, there would be...
Like, if you get into a battle with, like, unarmed people and you have a gun, maybe you'll be fine, but...
Maybe you'll be fine.
Maybe you'll be fine unless they,
drag
you down.
Think of it like Dark Souls. If every monster is easy to beat, once you know its attack pattern, know how to do it. But if the enemy decides to pull something, gets lucky or has some type of RNG to it that, gets above you or, manages to sneak attack on you, you can instantly die.
Okay, so...
And what we also were thinking about was adding, a relationship factor. Where it's if someone in your party dies, and let's say it's a little kid or something, like the little boy,
the mother would commit suicide.
The parents could get grief stricken and probably kill themselves or not want to fight in battle. So they can just stand there and you're come on, get out of the way, and they're just and they get shot.
That's really cool.
Yeah, something like that. That's what we're thinking of now.
That'd be a really interesting thing to implement.
You could also have spouses
yeah.
Here's the thing, if you know something about the spouse, one spouse doesn't like another spouse, then if the one dies, then the other one won't care, and you're not affected too much. But if you know one cares for the other a lot, then, you have to make sure you keep both alive.
Or could you get a person in your party who's, really good at, grief counseling or something and might be able to snap them out of it?
That person gets
or is it just time?
I feel like that character would be entirely useless, and it would be hard to keep him there because all I could do is we could maybe add that.
It would hard to justify why he's there. But we haven't even came most stories.
What if you're high with charm?
Most stories are kind of a pre-built ending, Are
they going to be multiple? Well, I assume there'd be multiple.
Well, different people live, different people survive.
But does that change how the end happens? Could you get an ending where everything fails and everything you've tried to do fails?
That's game over right there.
Yeah, you could.
And not just game over, but you make it all the way to the end, but because of certain choices you made along the way, it just fails.
I think the way I'm going to do it, I don't know what Justin was about to say, but I'll let him speak after I'm done. What's going on is that the way I'm doing it is that if one person lives by the end, it's technically a success, but that person has to deal with that for the rest of their lives. And obviously... hopefully the person playing the game will also feel those effects and will feel bad and for killing all those other people and only making one person.
So what are you going to do
at the very end? Just have a rip
player
everyone that died.
build relationships.
Yeah, it's based on storytelling. Like,
It's like,
you,
why...
you feel for the guy. That's what Telltale does. That's why I even cried at the end of the first Walking Dead season, because I'm not gonna spoil it, but stuff will happen and you get attached to these characters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like any TV show where you get attached to the character and then they're gone and then you just you feel like
Game of Thrones it.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, anything like that. Where
hold the door.
But yeah, it's supposed to be like that. But anyways, I mean, if you're heartless, you don't really care and you'll just breathe through it. But
murder everyone.
So what I was thinking about, George brought up the game over thing. Is the main character invincible? Like Flynn, the main dude.
That's kind of why I wanted to implement as the thing of whoever survives as the person is the narrator.
He shouldn't be. No, I feel like he should up until a point, and then after that maybe he could die.
Well,
if he's like
I don't know. If we make it so that way Flynn is a main character, is the main character, I feel like we should make him pretty much invincible, because what's going on is that we don't really want to. We don't want to make the character feel something, like the person playing feel something. And if their main character dies, they're going to be like, well, shit, game over. But if you make them invincible and you make other characters die, they'll feel for the characters dying because they won't ever see the symptoms.
Well, okay, so maybe if your main character dies, then you just have to go back to your last save or restart or something.
We just had Psycho.
Are you guys gonna?
That isn't heartfelt. That's kind of just.
If then would you do like a roguelike thing where you have to, if you die, it's permadeath and you have to start all the way from the beginning?
No, that's just annoying.
So
no, we're not.
I want to make
dumb, dude. Like
what?
Permadeath, like we have to restart, like that.
Dude, if you
hopefully if we do it right, it should be like a good amount of gameplay hours to do the story alone.
It should. I'm trying to
things that are not in the story.
Also, we've also already said this. I'm gonna say this again. We're not making this episodic. It's gonna be one solid story, and that's it.
Okay. The hardest part, though, it's gonna have a ton of replayability, obviously, because there's different endings and so that. The hardest thing, though, is if we can get Alex to do art or the music, because none of us know how to make music.
We're all talentless.
Yeah, I got Justin doing the story and me doing programming.
James
pretty much.
might help me out in the story too if he wants to.
I mean, I'd love to help with story.
You can help. Yeah, I'm gonna need some help with that because I'm gonna have to write a ton. So you guys can totally help me out. It's just the thing with Alex and
I just can't program, so.
Just remember, whatever you do in the story has to be drawn. It has to have music for. So.
Yeah.
Also, not to mention, I have to program all of that in. So what that means, be careful about whatever you knocked over.
How do you make music?
You bang things together and hope something good comes out.
The way you make music is, first off, you don't have vocals. You just don't. It just, typically, it doesn't work well in video games.
Yeah, unless if it's like a...
Unless it's some type of, like, acapella or something.
Yeah, I was gonna be more like at the bottom where, like, the text...
the theme song in Skyrim.
Or Halo.
Yeah.
I was also thinking, I think I've read this up before, but, should it have more RPG elements? Like a sneak kind of skill, where if you see some enemies and it's attempt to sneak, and if it's not high enough, it doesn't work.
Well,
could you
do things with the sneaking
I didn't really
where you are you in shadow? Is it nighttime?
I was thinking, I don't know that. I don't know how much sneaking. There have to be enemies in that game, so
we have to. The thing is that if we do a story, we have to plan out enough of it. So that way, we have to be able to justify it. We don't have a mechanic. We don't want to add a mechanic just to trash it later just because, we decided we wanted it.
Yeah.
So we talk all about, all this about speech. A lot of things about speech is that, one, it builds relationships, and two, a lot of people talk in a different ways, and a lot of people want to talk in a different way.
Exactly.
This is why in games like Mass Effect and,
Let's bang, okay?
We'll bang later. Anyway. So, this is why games like Mass Effect and Fallout do so good with their dialogue options, because you can,
say how you would speak.
Also, it affects the game.
Yeah.
Like in Fallout 3, you can, if you have enough influence, or what is it, charisma, I think, you can influence the guy to give you 200 more casts for defusing the nuclear bomb in the middle of Megaton. So, it's stuff
Spoilers!
That's not spoilers, it's 10 minutes into the game. Actually, you know what? That could be spoilers. My first 2 playthroughs of Fallout 3, I never found Megaton. I actually went, I went directly left and directly right. So I never actually ran into it.
Like not even until when you beat the game.
No, I found it eventually when I beat the game. But like, Megaton is supposed to be that starting town where you find all the NPCs and you like find all like the cheap sellers and all the like your beginning quests.
Yeah.
And all the easy
They
quests.
have the same thing in Fallout where it's like I've been playing Fallout 4, Fallout 4, and it was like
I lost interest in it, to be honest.
You could talk to somebody and like I was in one of the towns or something and I went to this biology class and she was like, oh, for your first field trip biology lesson, go get me some rad roach meat or something like that. And then I said I had enough charisma to say, can I get paid for it? And she's like, oh, what? Okay. And then I got paid for it.
Yeah, see?
So
it's like,
Did you get laid for it?
And did you get laid for it? You got paid, but did you get laid?
did you get Gatorade? Oh my god, the references we're making. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what we've been talking about. Justin said this one night over like some in a drunken thought, I guess.
I was
in a
playing
sense.
Stardew Valley too.
Yeah, he's playing Stardew Valley. So I'm currently programming it. I'm having an issue with cutscenes though, because I'm trying to figure out how to do cutscenes, and there's two ways you can do it, and that's you lost my train of thought. Jeez.
No.
I was thinking though, like
Cutscenes, they have to be. You have to force a position on the X and Y for every character. Plus, you have to have certain memory saves and stuff for each of the characters, whether or not they're dead, so whether or not they should appear in cutscenes and stuff, and like how characters should look depending on what they've been doing.
Oh, so like, if you make different choices, would it change how your character like looks?
It
holds to themselves?
yeah.
It's like there's a fire or something
What
you
for
want to
some
avoid
areas?
or run through it for like without wasting time. Your clothes could look tattered. That's just an example.
Or you could get your skin.
like someone can say, okay, maybe let's hide in the rooftops or let's hide in the mud.
Yeah, you could be all
Then
dusty.
everyone's in
So
mud.
your appearance actually changes based on what you're doing.
Our game is basically like Deadpool, where it's just like Deadpool just has a bunch of powers from every other comic character. That's basically what we do. We just have a bunch of aspects from every other.
Yeah, but I mean, in all games, like that's kind of what every game is. It's like, oh, I have a health bar
Some
that's
of them have like unique. Like some games.
What's the
like,
first game to
are
have a
unique.
health bar?
First game to have a health bar? That actually be really hard to figure out, cause dang, I'm trying to think.
Like, cause that'd be interesting.
Because would you consider lives to be a health bar? Cause that's multiple hits.
I could. Ooh.
Cause that could be like.
That's a different mechanic. I mean, it's the same basically, but I don't know.
Because the first game ever technically would be Pong, and that's someone has to score 11 points. That's not really a health bar, but
Yeah.
if you want like a green bar that actually goes down, that would be I don't even know what that would be in. Because I'm trying to think of like Atari's 2600 games, and it's like I can't think of one that has a health bar. Don't read my first grader story, man. The action on the guy called Steven.
What is this? Yeah. What is?
Here, I'll read it out.
Oh my
I'll read out a little bit
I'm
of
Steven.
No,
I live on the planet Kandrua, a desert-filled planet with sand and tons of it. And guess
Australia?
what? Everything is made of sand.
Oh, goody! That's
Down here at this planet, everything here is abandoned at this planet. No life forms. At first, this whole place was a water planet with highways and shops, and to live here was hard. But eventually, all the water drained out, and people left because it had no interest to them at all. So everybody left, and gangs took over for 2 days because the gangs ruled over the people for the first day. Then the second day, another gang killed that gang. Lastly, my subject will be friends there. And then I met people, but eventually they died. But I met birds. You might think I'm Coco, but the ones on our planet talk. So once in a while, I talk to people with birds, and how my family died was big. They died from sand people. But back then we had military to protect us. But then they took us off the charts. The military left, leaving us behind in our protect days. Nowadays is guns. I have a sniper. Machine, shot, and rifle guns. Sigh.
There's like 4 eyes there.
The Sand People, what did they do? The Sand People are the biggest crime ever made. I call them the Mafia because they're always loaded even when attacked unexpectedly. The Sand People are like Nazis. but enjoyed it because whoever joins has to kill an innocent civilian and enjoy while doing it, or you get the penalty, which is death. As I'm talking, I'm in a Hummer, which I will explain later in the story, and I'm a boy with red hair. I have yellow rags, have blue eyes, and my lucky number is 42. Favorite color is black because it has no meaning. The sand people have black coats with red clouds and never show their face to anyone but them. How I got to Hummer, it went like this. Hey, pterodactyls are coming, shoot them, and I'm tonight.
Where are pterodactyls coming from?
Tonight. We have dinner, said the parrot, and smiled so big.
This
that
is
his-
my weeb days, by the
that
way.
his beak bent upside
Hey,
down.
when did you write this?
Oh, this is by the way, Devin's story from first grade.
Oh, God.
I don't think it was even first. It must have been like first grade.
It sounds like, honestly, like preschool stories, right?
I mean, it's got the vocabulary of maybe a third grader, but
just before I shot it, I stopped and took out my Kilospheres, a goggle that sees more than 15 kilometers. Anyway, the pterodactyls had a brown bag with a metal tank on the top, which said, Hitotsu Bakugan! The pterodactyls whooshed down, flying smoothly and swiftly. The word Hitotsu Bakugan was Japanese, so I took out my Japanese translator because this planet spoke Japanese a lot, so this came in handy a lot of times. It said loading, loading, loading. The moment of intense was upon us as I pulled out my machine gun to shoot I'm all down. Just as I put a round into it, the translator said, word, my hand greasy, and slipped on the enter key. My hand hit enter and read a bomb, the atomic bomb. I quickly got his machine gun, snapped a clip and pushed up his black shades, and shot 2 whole barrel clips to kill Imol. All the clips on the ground scattered everywhere. Suddenly hard winds came from behind. He turned and saw more pterodactyls bombing from behind but closer.
I'm sorry, I have to put an end to this. Justin, prepare to be shot in the face with a crossbow.
Oh no, you hit the laptop!
I need to put an end to this.
They didn't explode, which means they were decoys, and I tripped from an explosions boom. Quickly I jumped up, brushed the sand off, and ran looking at the destroyed houses people could be living in and now killed as my tears dripped from my eyes. The movement that came from the houses to dead people. Then stopped running, pulled 2 revolvers, pistols, and shot the 2 pterodactyls in the head and made a fist with blood, sweat, mud, and sand. Where'd you get the mud from?
This was nothing but
And
sand.
walked
Tears
forward,
and sand!
slowly, putting a new clip in, tilting the black shades. Nice shot. That
He
was a good
shot
shot.
with the crossbow.
Right in the
sternum.
chest.
Right in the sternum. I'm gonna die.
Oh my
Acting like a
God.
movie was dumb because when the pterodactyls hit the ground, they blew up, throwing him 2 miles from 2 miles from the explosion. That's like Team Rocket blasting off again. Dude.
people go.
As the pterodactyls bombed, he was out of range now. He was
The guy
in
shot
bomb territory, already destroyed, and no, George, stop. It's almost done. It's almost done. I
It's
swear.
almost over. My pain
It's
is almost
almost
over.
Locked up from his
Okay.
impact and mouth full of sand. Slowly it leaked and saw 6 Hummers and 2 Jeeps. The Jeeps came even faster when they saw me. I pulled out my revolver and waited. When I got close, I shot it in the tire. They turned sideways and spun in midair, landing right in front of me, and the second Jeep came aiming at its tire and slipped on the trigger and killed the driver, and the dead body dropped on the gas pedal running forward, ramming the first Jeep and exploding, blowing up. Shrapnel flew into my arm, taking it in, trying to push ahead. I clicked my pistol. Click, 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 click. Dang, out of ammo. He pulled out a submachine gun and fired all over the place, destroying 4 Hummers, losing all my ammo. He ran down an who's he?
Yes.
He ran down an alley with
Nice
2
to see
Hummers
Tomlin.
following him, taking sharp turns. Gunfire came from the truck. I tripped. The front truck went into a wall, and the sand crushed the truck into the sand. The second one stopped with a scream. I did not exaggerate that. It said E.
How did they screech on
And
sand?
2 inches away, they would hit a sinking truck. They got out with all types of guns, but the one that scared me the most is the machine gun on the top of the Hummer. They said, "Get out, They said, "Get up, dumb butt." No. And guess what I said? The most idiotic thing to say at the time.
No.
Dang, this is my favorite sunglasses. It was my favorite. God, okay. Skip a lot of PG-13 stuff. Okay, the summary was join or die. Well, I picked join. I became a cloud killer, which is the actual name of the sand people, and got the cool coat. I didn't have to take the test because I knocked out almost. They're all army. And the thing that put a big smile so big that the tip of my mouth went past the nose. It was black shades. That's the end of the story. That means leave. with 2 exclamation points.
Alright,
story.
I gotta put
A story by Devin.
So was that just
By the way,
one?
this story was called the action on a guy called Steven.
So was that just like one run-on sentence that was literally two whole printed pages?
No. There was periods there.
Like four.
There was exclamation points.
Alright, I gotta put a crossbow bolt in Devin.
There
That's
were
horrible.
exclamation points.
No!
Yes, you missed. You hit the computer.
It like falls out of your crossbow. Your crossbow sucks.
You suck.
This is
Give me the
my
crossbow.
own
Give me the
weapon
crossbow.
against
Give me
you.
the crossbow. I'll shoot you from down here.
I was looking at time. I was just looking at the time. George, let go of me. Let go of me. Let go of me.
You better be scared.
You will die, George.
Hey there, boy.
George. Are you,
Oh.
He's vulcaning me.
I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this.
I'm holding Justin.
Nunchaku.
None.
No, he's got a nunchaku.
I'm
Nunchakarai.
saved. Uh-oh. I don't deserve it, Devin. No, we're right next to the
I need you.
Say goodbye to the mic. Thanks, James.
Come on. You're the bitch.
You're not gonna fire at me.
Just
Oh god, it's like great.
Sniping George with a crossbow.
I'm just waiting for it to fire. I'm just like cowering.
Maybe I can hit it in your butthole.
James is pressure pointing.
I didn't hit you. You don't. No,
George
I
is
saved.
screaming in pain.
That's funny.
James is smacking him with
This
a.
thing doesn't have enough power to hit you in your face from here.
George is laughing as Devin takes
Oh god.
I lied.
He has shot.
It like glanced right off the top of my head.
It glanced right off the top of George's head.
We have breaking news here by
George
Justin.
has breaking news.
No, Justin, you're delivering the
It
breaking
raining.
George has delivering news.
Go right.
It's gonna rain.
It rained sideways.
James has thrown the crossbow bolt at George's
Oh.
kneecap.
I got him right in the belly button.
George and Devin has shot George in the belly.
Listen to how solid this sounds. Yeah.
Devin gives us his solid sound.
Justin with his horrible
George
announcement.
calling out Justin for his horrible announcement.
Oh, by the way, I think the 64 is the type of wood that we got, by the way.
What type of wood is 64?
I don't know.
So it's funnier than 64.
Or you just got like some from like a scrap pile and just had 64 written on it.
No, I think it actually has something to do with this. Like, I forgot what, though.
Maybe it's a 64th crossbow.
That's why I got picked up on the mic and that sounds
Hit
so
yourself
bad.
with the nunchuck.
I was playing with nunchucks and hit my elbow
Dead
with that.
suddenly.
I hit my elbow right in the desk too.
No, time to get back.
Justin does not know how to use nunchucks apparently.
Alright, guys.
He's around like he's got.
Alright, guys. I think this has been one good podcast.
Sure, let's go with good. That's the exact thing I'd
Good.
go with.
Alright, good podcast.
No, I got to fight this nunchuck with
Goodbye.
crossbow. Au revoir.
Alright, this has been the Skill Issue Podcast. This is Devin.
Stop it.
This is George. Au revoir.
I'm gay.
I'm Michael Jordan.
Alright, and this has been fun, guys.
Woo!